Hello, this is Adana speaking, and I wanted to make a video about honoring the divine. I don't know about you, but I grew up in a household where we didn't attend church. I've always loved the ritual of Mass. I've seen Mass, I've never actually attended it in person. I did go to church a couple times when I was younger, dragged there by, my older relatives, and we would go visit our other relatives in the South. And I didn't like church, but I had an appreciation for Catholic Mass. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but even though I can appreciate ritual, I always feel very awkward when something is detailed. So I prefer things to be more casual. And when I honor the deities, I do that in a casual way. Personally, I feel that the divine is within all of us all the time. Both male and female aspects are within us. So I don't need to go and look for the divine because they're already within. They're everywhere. They're around us. They're in nature. They're everywhere. So when I honor the divine, I prefer to do so with words, with a chant, with a simple lighting of incense and candles, and just thinking about them and telling them that I'm thinking about them. And my relationship with the divine is something that is very personal. Never really talked about it to anyone. So it's a little awkward for me to talk about it now. I keep looking over to my altar, just so you know. But yeah, I don't find it necessary to cast a circle when honoring the gods. I really don't. I feel that all I need is me. I talk to them like I would talk to anyone else. When I do an SBAT, most of the time my SBATs are very simple. Just me. I prefer to be outside where I can see the moon and feel her rays. I just look up and I talk to the goddess as though she were a long lost friend, like we're just catching up. And I would tell her everything that I felt called to. If I wanted something to happen, if I wanted to do magic for that month, for example, I would have a brief discussion, one-sided, because I do like to talk, and even if she could respond in words whispering in my ear, I'd probably be too busy yammering away to listen. But I would tell her exactly what was going on, why I wanted to change it, and what I wanted to happen. And even if for some reason she couldn't be there listening, that's more therapeutic for me to make sure that I am not doing useless magic or magic that won't make a difference because I am not ready to commit to it. That's one of the things that I prefer to do. Is if there's any way to resolve an issue without magic, then I will. Magic is a last resort for me. And I think that's why I'm so awkward. I feel a little awkward while trying out magic and doing spells and things like that. Candle magic I have down pat. I use candle magic pretty frequently. And I've tried a simple snowball spell, and I find that the more simple I get, the better, the more natural it feels. So I'm moving away from ritualistic type of things. But I know that some people go through great lengths to honor their god and goddess. They draw pictures and they dedicate items and come up with long poems and all this, and they go out and they cut flowers from nature and put them in a vase dedicated to the gods, and that's all good and that's all right. But for me, it's very, very simple. I simply go before my altar or the candles, depending on my situation. Right now I have an altar, but it's not an overly witchy type altar. It's pretty simple. And I will light my candles. I will meditate, commune, and that's that. So, here's my question for all of you who happen to be watching. How do you honor your gods? Are you one of those people who cast a ritual every time you want to commune with them, to give thanks, to ask them for something? Do you reserve that sort of thing for SBATs and Sabbats only? Do you cast a ritual circle for any kind of anything to do with them, any kind of honoring them? Or are you more like me and you prefer simple ways, just a simple thank you, a chant, or what? Basically, I'm really curious because I want to try different things and I don't always come up with different ways on my own, so I rely on videos on YouTube to give me ideas and inspiration. I mean, how else are we going to know what works for us and what doesn't if we don't actually try different things out? So feel free to leave a comment, video response, or whatever. Bye.